It is an honor for me to welcome to World Tourism Forum Institute Recovery Town Hall, Her Excellency Özgül Özkan Yavuz, Turkish Deputy Minister of Culture and Tourism. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation.
It's our pleasure and an honor. It's true, in 2019, Turkey was the sixth most visited country in the world with more than 52 million visitors annually, with a 14% increase year on year. Tourism, one of the biggest source of income, with a revenue of 34.5 billion in 2019. This year, Turkey was aiming to attract 58 million tourists. However, all that changed due to COVID-19, a crushing blow. The IMF's most recent forecast on the pandemic's economic impact predicts that Turkey's economy will shrink by 5% in 2020, and they could, amid the worldwide recession of 3%. What's the outlook for tourism and hospitality moving forward? And how is your country responding to the current situation?
Yeah, sure. Tourism industry is really experiencing a rapid and sharp drop in demand and surge in shop losses at the global level. And this situation is really putting many SMEs at risk, you know. Despite tourism's proven resilience in responses to other crises, the depth and breadth of this current pandemic will likely to have a long-lasting effect on international tourism compared to other industries, and more likely to recover once the major restrictions will be lifted. And this is also due to the potential long-term changes in behaviors of people, likely to become more cautious about traveling, especially overseas, not only now and also in the future. And surely we humans are social beings. We missed each other during this outbreak. We missed to be together. So I'm always optimistic about the future of the tourism and hospitality sector. We will be extra sensitive, of course, for a while, and obey the new hygiene rules, the new rules and new regulations more than before maybe, and keep the social distance everywhere and every single moment. And after this crisis go away, I think it will leave us with some good and new habits also. After this pandemic, new opportunities will begin to get off the ground as well. And digital infrastructure, for example, will be more important than before. And maybe B2B platforms will continue to boom, and smart city applications, smart service applications would be a preference reason for the visitors, I guess. And crisis management was always important. And so all the actors of our tourism industry should now be more prepared for such cases from now on. And every member of tourism and hospitality sector, now transparency and open communication is at the premium level of should receive premium level of interest, because the visitors will be searching satisfactory and honest answers to their questions. And perhaps advertising visuals will contain solid facts instead of only some kind of nice pictures.
Basically what you're saying is it's transparency, it's honesty, it's the consumer is going to be asking for those traits, right? Those are the destinations which are going to do better than the others.
Exactly, the consumers would love to hear about the facts now.
Yeah.
So we need to make change in our promotion, advertisement, and marketing campaigns, of course. And also the content of tourism can also change. I think more outdoor activities will be included in our itineraries. Hiking, biking, you know, natural parks, walking trials, walking paths will be really important, I think, more than ever. So we need to make some change in the content. And of course, the cooperation between the other sectors are crucial now, with airports, with airways, with other transportation facilities, with cultural activities, cultural facilities, because we need to create new policies together with other industries. So both public and private sectors should come together. Different, let's say, stakeholders of this economy should be together, should work together to create new policies and new rules and new programs.
So let me ask you, that's a very powerful message you are putting out there. And I think it's, you are ready, definitely you are ready. So Turkey, with a population of 83 million, has recorded 4,500 virus-related deaths. And still less than a lot of other countries, but still high numbers, and more than 160,000 infections. President Erdogan's government has been gradually easing the restrictions for the past few weeks. As per a very reputable survey, Turkey will likely post the fastest post-COVID recovery among tourism destinations, as it has reported reopened restaurants, cafes, in addition to many other public areas, as well as the iconic Grand Bazaar. I believe that is open. Do you think it's not too early and a big risk, considering it's a very congested country? People are on top of one another in Istanbul, especially now that the city is experiencing less pollution due to less tourists. What measures have been applied to avoid over-tourism and sustainability?
Yeah, I think Turkey really managed the situation properly. As you said, the number of cases and number of the losses are really low if you compare us with the surrounding countries, and if you compare Turkey with European countries or other countries. So our cases are really low, and thanks to our health system, strong health system and powerful hospitals, we were really good at recovering and managing the situation. And I also would like to give some numbers, maybe some figures, because the Turkish health system has really recovered in the last 18 years. And today we have a bit more than 40,000 intensive care beds. This is the number only for the intensive care beds. And even when it is at the peak point, only 6% of our intensive care bed capacity has been used.
That's incredible. 40,000 ICU beds.
Exactly, and 17,000 mechanic ventilators we have in our hospitals.
Incredible.
So strong Turkish health system and strong capacity and talented doctors, we managed it so good. So Turkey is one of the most disaster resilient country, really. We show it and we have seen it by ourselves also. And I think over the years we gained also experience against different crises, and we have a strong crisis management capacity to prevent and handle them. Okay. And we had been preparing this health system and infrastructures for years. And only this year, only 2020, we have 11 new hospitals with a total of 14,000 beds. And this strong health system is also helping to our tourism industry in two ways. One is it is giving great confidence to the international tour operators and the customers, potential customers, potential visitors, that even if something happens in Turkey, they know very well that they will be treated properly. In Turkey. So it is giving confidence to the consumer and tour operators. And on the other side, we have also started to organize some health tourism packages. If you are sick, if you get ill, sick or ill,
They health tourism certification program.
No. The people start to come to Turkey for health reasons only, to be treated.
Absolutely. Health tourism is an incredibly huge segment. I think it's 1.5 billion, if I'm not.
Okay. And also, we have also made large investments in health information technology in the process. We are using the health information systems. We are using the big data, artificial intelligence in the decision process during this fight with COVID-19 pandemic. And we were successful because of using this artificial intelligence and digital system. Okay. And of course, we were lucky by reacting very early because we have created our roadmap and started to put the started to act 31 days before the World Health Organization declared this disease as a pandemic.
That's incredible.
And and we made the necessary preparations 50 days before the disease was seen in our country. So we really well prepared. So when something happened, when we started to see the new cases in Turkey, we reacted so quickly, and we have written our health protocols by ourselves. We didn't wait for the World Health Organization. So we fight it very good, and we have created a scientific board together with their recommendations and suggestions. Every single week, we have created and renewed our protocols. So we worked hard. It was not an easy 3 months, but I think we did it so well. And I'm sure now we will see the benefits of this strong system in our own industry, in transportation, traveling, and tourism industry. We will see the positive.
I believe that you are also launching like a health certification program, and you will have your own tourism health inspectors visiting. I read about it somewhere that undercover inspectors to check hygiene and safety standards at hotels as part of its new healthy tourism certificate program. Talk to us about this program a little bit, because I also heard about a phone diplomacy that has been launched with 70 countries. Is it just limited to hotels or airport as well, and all the other facilities?
Yeah, all the facilities, because to cope with the consequences of COVID-19, our ministry introduced quickly safe tourism certification program. Actually, it is one of the first of its kind. The program was prepared with the contributions of Ministry of Health, Ministry of International Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and in cooperation with all the stakeholders in our industry. So private sector was also at the table to take the decisions together. This Safe Tourism Certification Program defines and advises an extensive series of measures to be taken with regards to transportation and accommodation of all Turkish citizens and international visitors, as well as the well-being and health conditions of employees working at touristic facilities, because they are also very important, you know. And hotels that wish to apply for this non-compulsory certification program will be able to do so by applying authorized international accreditation institutions. We have determined 11 institutions which is now checking the hotels, accommodation facilities, transportation facilities, and certifying them. And also they are rechecking every single facility every month. So it's a huge operation. But until now, almost 2,000 facilities received the certification. And as the ministry, we are announcing the list of facilities who had this certification. Because of course it is not an obligation to receive the certification, it's a voluntary thing, but we are promoting the facilities, the hotels, the restaurants with this certification program. And the airports did the same thing for their own areas, so they have also new strict controls, new rules and regulations. And of course Turkish Airlines created their new rules and regulations, and they have started to fly with this new program, within this new program. So now it's going well. And in 2 days, we are also announcing the new rules and regulations for theaters, for concert halls, for cultural facilities. So they will be obeying the new rules.
So you are ready. You are ready.
Yeah, and our museums, when it comes to our museums, we have opened up, reopened on the 1st of June, again with new safety rules, new programs, and also physically in each and every of our museum, we created new facilities to contain the social distance and new hygienic standards. We increased the hygienic standards of museums, so they started to reoperate on the 1st of June.
Okay, thank you very much, Minister. So now with all these restrictions are lifted, Turkey has started to receive, I believe, new holiday bookings with an expected 70% occupancy rate for July. It almost seems that July is going to be like your high season. Because the sector accounts for 12% of the nation's economy, GDP, this is all good news. Still, April being the worst month saw a 99% decline in foreign visitors. So the businesses are feeling the pain, the SMEs. Is the government helping the industry with any financial incentives, waivers, anything at all? Just talk to us about that.
Sure. As soon as this pandemic started, we worked together with our Ministry of Economics and Ministry of Treasury, and they have created an economic stability shield program. And of course, they have included the tourism industry and travel industry in this program. In the first package, they have delayed the debt payments and received tax cuts across various sectors. And value-added tax on domestic airline flights has been cut to 1% from 18% for a period of 3 months. Maybe it will be longer later on. Accommodation taxes are also will not be applied until November, and short-term employment support was given to employees. And social security premiums and VAT deductions have been suspended for 6 months for our industry. Credit payments for firms who are facing cash flow disruptions due to coronavirus was postponed for 3 months, and additional support would have given to those companies when needed. Credit payments of craftspeople and local artists were delayed again for 3 months without any extra interest. And credit guarantee fund limits increased, doubled, especially. And flexible and remote working models were encouraged also in our industry. And we encourage credit packages for the industry, even for not only for tour operators, even for tour guides. We have introduced very low rate credit packages. The lowest pension amount has been increased for the elderly people. This is also important for our industry. It is also effective. And in total, our government supported all sectors worth of $35 billion until now. But today, they are also announcing new supports. thanks to Ministry of Economy, we are working closely with them, and they really understands and helps our industry a lot.
Thank you. That's incredible news. So my next question is, that's helping really, your local economy and businesses. But what about investments and foreign investments? Because Turkey is among the top 7 countries in the world, ranks number 1 in Europe with thermal springs, 1.5 billion health tourism industry that you just mentioned about. We've got 18 golf courses, 150,000 plus room capacity. So there's huge hotel investments, and foreign hotel groups are there. And its location and all these mega projects. And you've got ambitious target for 2023 already in your strategy. So does the Turkish government is offering any incentives, reduce utility prices, tax rates, or develop policies to remove any bureaucratic barriers that may hinder future investments in the tourism sector?
Yeah, we are still not renewing our targets for 2023 because we are keeping our aims at the same level. Of course, the results for this year will not be as expected, but we believe that in the next 3 years we will catch up. We will manage to catch up our aims. Our ministry is always helping a lot for the investors, and we are supporting a lot by land allocation, with the low interest credits, because they are part of our industry. They are the main players of our industry. So as the government, we will keep supporting them. That's for sure, because 10% of our economy and job opportunities are coming from tourism industry, and 17% of our all import income, let's say, is coming from tourism industry. So tourism is not an only the leisure and
it's a critical vertical of the government.
Yeah, in the economy of the country. Really, tourism is a very strong industry, and it is also affecting almost 50 different industries. It's affecting the agriculture, it's affecting the textile industry, furniture industry. It is creating lots of jobs. So if tourism is affected, we made a research, and if tourism is affected, 47 different subsectors are also affected negatively. So Turkey is aware of the fact that tourism is a very strong one, and it should be integrated within the main programs. It's a strategic sector, strategic industry. So the guidelines, the support, the policy making for this industry is really, really crucial for the whole economy. So we have started new marketing campaign also, especially this week. The slogans are Re-Turkey, Together Today, and Explore Turkish Colors. So we are increasing.
I love your campaigns in any case. It's one of the best. I'm looking forward to those ones. I will look out for those campaigns then.
Thank you. Thank you. And we are also using, of course, digitalization and digital marketing. The amount of digital marketing, we are increasing it now.
Yeah. And which actually was my next question. You've just, I wanted to ask, Italy established its tourism PR agency 100 years ago, Spain 37 years, and France 32 years ago. And now Turkey follows its own Turkish Tourism Promotion Development Agency with an initial budget of 125 to 150 million. I believe it's so important that for the Turkish tourism economy that it reports directly to the president's office. That's groundbreaking. Tell us about this PR agency and why now?
Yeah, actually, until now, because in the last 30 years, 30 years since the 2018, Turkey made a tremendous development in terms of tourism. And this ministry, the Ministry of Tourism, later on connected with the Ministry of Culture, has managed this successful story. Now we want an agency who is combining the power of ministry also with the private sector, because until now in the 30 years always the public sector, so the government was financing the tourism development and especially marketing and promotion budget. But together with this new agency, apart from the public money, the private sector is also will be.
So it's a public-private partnership. It's a public-private.
Okay. Exactly, and also they are investing. They are also supporting financially, but they are also taking place in the executive committee of this new agency.
So they have to say. So it's not just that they are spending the money, because they can be sometimes that people complain, right? That, okay, this is taking away from our bottom line, but they are contributing, but they are also getting a space on the seat for decision making. How this
exactly, they are part of the decision making for the country's promotion campaigns and for the development plans. So I think for tourism, you should work like this. You should work together with your industry.
Because everybody is a winner. Everybody wins, right?
Definitely. And as the public sector, we did so much until now, but from now on, we will do together more and more closely with the private industry. So I'm sure it will be a huge, huge step for Turkey. But I want to just correct, because I think you said that they are reporting directly to the president's office.
Yeah.
No, they are directly reporting to our minister.
Okay.
Minister for Culture and Tourism. Okay. And I think it will be a huge, huge step for Turkey. It will be very helpful for us to catch up our 2023 aims and targets.
Yeah, great. I've got a few more questions and less time. I know your time is really occupied, and I want to go through all my questions with you because I'm enjoying this discussion with you so much. Okay, so just very, very quickly, I don't want to not talk about the role of Turkish Airlines in this. And also, it's carrying 74 million passengers last year. And your airports, you've got something like 57 airports in the country, and Istanbul is now the largest airport, which is the size of city of Manhattan by some estimates. So how critical is the role of the airline and this huge airport investment by the government?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are of course benefiting a lot with the new infrastructure of these airports. Again, in the last 18 years, we had more than doubled the number of airports, and also the quality of the airports increased. And thanks to the new airport in Istanbul, it's like a city, as you said, but we really became a very important hub in the all international flights map, actually. It is helping together with Turkish Airlines. This new airport and Turkish Airlines is helping a lot to our tourism industry, surely. So they are our strong partners, and now they're also recovering and they're also restarting their operations, starting from 10th of June, which is today actually. Today they are starting with Bahrain, Bulgaria, Qatar, Greece, and then 15th of June they are starting the flights with the European countries, Germany, Azerbaijan, Austria, Croatia, Hungary, Japan, Switzerland, Poland, Singapore, Slovenia, Serbia, and then Netherlands, Kazakhstan. And so until the end of this month, they are opening up all the most of the lines, most of the destinations.
That everything is coming together in Turkey to make tourism to revive, to give peace of mind to the tourists. So that's excellent. So I'm coming to one of my favorite questions in this whole thing, because performing arts and theater facilities, which had closed, they have a reopening 1 month earlier. This is, we know, is critical. It was exactly 10 years ago when Istanbul was crowned European Capital of Culture. From there on, you guys worked so hard to become the hub of performing arts, opera, and your iconic TV shows and dramas. Yeah. One I cannot resist talking about is the play De Willis or Urtagam, which the Prime Minister of Pakistan praised and has now become a rage in that country. I'm actually from Pakistan, so I know that my country is going crazy about this play. Do you see that such productions are helping the cause of tourism in Turkey? Just the way Game of Thrones has done for Northern Ireland, because it was shot in Northern Ireland, so it's become an iconic tourism hub, the studios of Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland. So tell us a little bit about this.
Yes, in the last 10 years, the Turkish movie industry is really developed a lot. They made a tremendous step, huge step, and they are helping for the promotion of the country all over the world. Because even if we go to, let's say, Latin America, or go to Russia, or any European countries, or Middle East, or Asia, the people on the street are asking about the main figures of our Turkish movies, Turkish series. And also there's an increasing demand for the destinations, for the cities where those films are produced. So the cities and the destinations where these films are produced are becoming really world famous now, thanks to our films.
I'm coming to see that.
Yeah, and as the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, we are also supporting our filming industry a lot financially, and also with our policies. And this year we have introduced a new supporting program for the international filmmakers who would love to make their films in Turkey. Yeah, filming in Turkey is now a new website, a new portal, and we have created a new funding, new program. This is a brand new program this year. So until now, in the last 15 years, we've been supporting the Turkish filmmakers, but starting from this year, we will keep supporting them and also try to support the international filming industry.
Thank you. So finally, women in Turkey are unprecedented in entrepreneurship and business ownership, as well as in management, due to significant social, culture, and economic barriers. Turkey has one of the lowest female workforce participation rates among the country, with similar income levels. According to the World Bank data, only 33% of Turkish women are economically active. As a successful woman leader in tourism, you are a role model for me as well. Where many women would like to be in your position. What's your message to them, and one key advice?
Yeah, it's difficult to conclude one sentence, but if we keen on working a lot, and if we keep pushing, there is nothing, there is no barrier that we cannot pass on. I'm sure every single woman is living in her working life that there's a glass ceiling among us, above us, who is always trying to keep us at some point. But in the last really 17, 18 years, we have made a huge improvement, first of all in the politics, and in our assembly, in Turkish National Assembly, we have doubled the number of women MEPs, and our president himself always support women, and the number of working women increased. And when it comes to technical areas and the universities, we have better rates than the European average. Okay. We have more women engineers, more women doctors and more women professors at the universities. These are higher levels than European average, and it's going well. I'm also part of a women association, women NGO, who is working for the rights and also the fight against violence, domestic violence, and general violence against women.
That's very important, right?
That's very important. So women should work hard. I know we should work hard more than our men rivals, let's say, if we are rivals. But when you come together, when you work together, there's nothing we cannot manage. So as women, I think we should support each other more and more.
I totally agree. On that note, listening to you, I am reminded of a famous quote by the poet and scholar Jalaluddin Rumi. After hopelessness, there is so much hope, and after darkness, there is so much brighter sun. Turkey's decision to take on this crisis with a bold determination to overcome through tourism is that bright ray of sun in otherwise still a very cloudy mood of the global tourism industry. I think the world has a lot to learn from Turkey. Thank you so much, Minister, for your time. I really appreciate this time with you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. The saying of Rumi you just stated was written on all our international aids we have sent to different countries during this pandemic crisis of 3 months. So together today we need to be together more than ever.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. We need to support each other.
Thank you so much, Minister. Thank you.